Hi guys, I'm Miss Davis, and we are going to talk about the shapes that we talked about last week. We watched a really cool video about different shapes, and some of the shapes that we talked about were very simple shapes. And so the most simple shape that we talked about and the easiest shape to draw is a circle. And a circle is made with one line. It looks like a big wheel or a donut. So we talked about a circle. We talked about a square, which is a shape that has four sides that are the same. And so by the same, I mean that this side is the same length or the same size as the one over here on the side. So this is a square. And a square starts with the letter S. A circle starts with the letter C. And then we're going to do two other shapes. Another shape that is really close to a square is called a rectangle. And a rectangle also has four straight sides, but two of those sides are short and two of those sides are long, like this. And a rectangle can also stand on its end and go this direction. So a rectangle starts with the letter R for rectangle. And then we had a really cool shape called a triangle. And a triangle also has straight sides like the square and the rectangle, except it only has three sides. And they're the same, but sometimes a triangle has different sizes. We're just going to look at one that has the same size on all sides. Okay? We also talked a little bit about a star, and I'll show you how to draw a star later on, or a heart, and we'll draw those later on. But right now we just want to look at those four shapes. And so what we're going to do is practice those shapes on a piece of paper like this, and then we're going to practice those shapes on another piece of paper. But on this piece of paper we're going to connect the shapes together, and we're going to make a whole picture on here. So get your pencils ready. I'm using a marker so that you can see it really well, but we're going to draw a house and we're going to draw a tree on our paper. One thing that people sometimes forget to draw when they're going to draw a house is they forget to put a line that is for the ground. And if you don't put a line, then your house looks like it's floating way up here in the air. And we don't want our house to float because it would float away and it would go bye-bye. So we're going to draw a line, and this is like the ground, or it could have grass. So our house is going to be a square shape. We're going to make the easiest kind of house we can. So we're going to draw a square like this, and this is going to be our house. And then what do you think we need for the top of the house? I think we need something called a roof. Some houses are flat, but we want to make a pointy house. So we're going to put a triangle on top of the roof. And we already have the bottom line, so we don't have to draw it again. How do you get in the house? You draw a house, you draw doors. And so doors are usually a rectangle. So we're going to put a little rectangle right here, but if we don't put a doorknob, which is a circle, then we can't get in the house. So we drew a house with a door, a doorknob, and a roof. You can add some other things like windows. You could make squares for windows, and if you make a little plus in the middle, then you have smaller windows. I'm going to put one on each side of the house, so each side of the door. And then I'm going to draw a tree outside the house. So my tree is going to be a big, tall rectangle with a big circle on top. And I know trees don't look exactly like this, but to make it easy for our first drawing, we're going to draw it like this. And then if you want to add some more trees that are smaller, you can make smaller rectangles. So now we have a really nice house with a couple of trees. We can draw some grass. We can make like little lines that show the grass. We can add other things to our picture if we want to, or we can just leave it like this. And so I'm going to leave it like this, and I'm going to let you guys have time to draw your picture, and then when you finish, you can color it. You can add other things, like in the sky, if you want to add some clouds or a bird or the sun. And let's try not to make a corner sun. Let's try to make a sun somewhere in the middle of the paper. I'll go ahead and show you how. So I'm going to draw the sun over here. And we always like to add the little rays of the sun. Even though in real life the rays are invisible, we can feel the rays. This is the part that touches us. The heat is the rays of the sun. So go ahead and draw some things that you like on your paper, and when you get through with it, you can color it, and we'll work on it. We'll keep working on this, and we'll see what we can make next week.